Hey y'all, welcome back. Thank you again for clicking the like button and coming to join us here on Let's Talk About Some Okay? So, one of the things that we have found out and discovered just in talking about our past is how it was so what is it, similar, the way you grew up and the way I grew up, when we were in our childhoods. Yes, I'm a few years older than him. It ain't your business. But he grew up in New Orleans, Louisiana. I grew up here in Texas. And some of the things, when we were growing up, are very similar, and it's kind of crazy because he would say something or I would say something and be like, "What?" Like we talked about like different foods that we ate, or just different rules of the house. Like if you're outside, you better be inside by when?
Before the street lights come on.
Before the street lights come
You
on.
just can't run in the house and get water. You had to drink some out the hose pipe.
You better go drink it out the water
Uh,
hose. What else?
was
What about Sunday?
No, Saturday. It was
Okay,
Saturday night. Saturday evening, you had to get your church clothes ready for Sunday.
definitely that.
And you going to church on Sunday. That's different.
No questions.
You ain't. You can't get away with not going to church or you not eating. That's just how it was at the house on Marengo Street, 24/17. Yeah, ATIV wasn't playing no games with you. You going to church, or now you're not eating. So that's how it was going down on my block on
And
Marengo.
and then for us, and when I was growing up, really when I was younger, I can't tell you what age I was when my daddy really got into church, but once he did get into church, oh, it did. That wasn't a question of if you were going to church on Sunday. That was automatic. You didn't have a choice. You couldn't say, "Oh, I don't feel like it." I used to have bad cramps growing up, and it didn't even matter. I just had to go to church hurting on that day. But that was one of the requirements for going to church. And if you had a job, it wasn't no way you could tell him, I got to work. No, you need to let them know you're not working on Sunday and you are going to church. How about Vacation Bible School?
You going to that every day.
No choice.
No choice. You was going to that.
And how long did y'all Vacation Bible School last?
Our vacation Bible school used to last at least two weeks to a month.
Oh, that was long. See, I was with
Yeah.
that long, but
Ours was
I
a
do
long
remember
one.
it was
That
like
was
just
back
a
in the
week
day though.
back in the
Back
day.
in the day. Because at our vacation Bible school, First African Baptist Church of the 6th District, we used to go for a while. It used to be, we used to have fun. But another thing was that, your parents helped them with vacation Bible study. That's why it was long like that.
What you mean?
It was that they took up collections for that
Yeah. Oh, at the church.
at the church.
Oh,
During
okay.
like
Okay.
Sundays, they took up a collection
Mm-hmm.
for that every Sunday, and that's how it was for us. That's why it was so much longer back in the day like that. Like the times and days now, it's 2 days, 3 days,
Yeah.
maybe a week here, but for us, it was anywhere from 3 weeks to a month.
Well, we only had. I can't say ours was 2 weeks. I was a week, but I can't say that they had a particular that the parents like gave money or whatever. But that was a registration fee that you paid the first day, whatever that was, and they would take all those monies, and that's what they would buy the snacks and stuff with that we would have,
See, that's
during
the
the week.
thing. Y'all had snacks. We had food.
Well,
I mean, every day we had food. It was hot food. Your
mm,
parents didn't have to worry about you during that time because they knew you was getting the meal at 12 o'clock. We was getting meals. We was having hamburgers and French fries, hot dogs and French fries, meatballs and spaghetti, meatballs big as your head. Um, we used to have red beans and rice, maybe fried chicken. We used to eat at our vacation Bible studies. Now I went to all of the churches in the neighborhood now, and some days we would have cookies and punch. Some of these vacation Bible
mm-hmm.
studies, or they would give us watermelon or stuff like that. It was. But at First African Baptist Church of the 6th District, Reverend C.S. Gordon Sr., pastor, we ate good.
Well, I can't say that we did. Most of the time, it was sandwiches or hot dogs. And then I can say when we were teenagers, maybe they upgraded it to us having burgers. Because it was like a big old crew of us that were all in the same age range. So we basically aged, together. And so they had to graduate the food as we went. But back in the day, I'm going to tell you, Vacation Bible School used to be packed. I mean, packed house. Like, it would be, you see the size of the church now. The older church, it was built a little different, but it used to be packed from front to back all the way up one side with just kids.
Yep.
But now, these days, parents give their children so many options. Oh, do you want to go? It wasn't like that back in the day.
You was going.
You didn't. There was no question that you were going, and I feel like that's why we have the foundations that we have now, because that's what they forced that into us. You know what I'm saying? And I'm saying forced because we didn't have an option. There was no option. There was no choice in those days.
Kept us out of trouble.
That too.
For them 3-4 hours, and they knew you wasn't getting in trouble at that time. And we used to go, like at the church that I belonged to, which is First African, we used to go in the morning to that Vacation Bible study. Me and all my cousins, we would go to that one. And then we would find ourselves at the evening, somebody church was having either the church on the corner from my house, which was historic Second Baptist. We would either go to that one when they had dance, or we would go to the Seventh-day Adventist Church over on Delashake Street, right across the street, basically right across the street from the church I went to. Or we found ourselves, that me and my friend Josh and them, we would find ourselves going all the way on 3rd Street to Vacation Bible Study. Mm-hmm. That was our parents knowing we wasn't getting in no trouble at that time. We wasn't, because of this New Orleans I'm talking about, it was easy to get in trouble in New Orleans, and but we kept ourselves as going, we used to go to Vacation Bible Study all the time.
Now, what about, you told me some of the stories about when you were growing up and in the neighborhood. I can say for me, right, I can only speak for me, growing up, my daddy, he didn't play about other people disciplining us, but we were so well disciplined that they didn't have to worry about if they could spank us or not, because we already know if we did something, we was going to get that tail tore up when we got home. What was the difference in your upbringing as far as if you did something? Like, how did that work?
How you brought that? We, in our neighborhood, the grown folks had the right to break you off something and bring you around there, either let my mom and them know, or let my godmother know, or let my uncles know what you did, the reason why you got a whooping from them, and they whoop you too.
So you didn't just catch that one.
No, I was scaring me, so I'm going to be honest with you. I wasn't doing nothing to get whoopings from everybody. Mm-hmm. But I was a kid that, I did my dirt when I did it, and I paid for them. Ruben there whooped me. And my mama would whoop me. Then I had uncles that would give me. And my biggest part was not in the neighborhood, it was in school. I wanted to be the class clown in school.
I can see that.
And when that phone call come through, I gotta pay for that. And my godmother sometimes wouldn't say nothing till early in the morning. Yeah, she would whoop me in the morning.
Oh dang! Like before you go to
Before
school.
she go to work, she done got up from the phone call she got the night before. But then some teachers were smart; they would call in the morning and get you a whooping before you come to school. And now you mad with that school teacher. I used to be mad with them because they used to call on me because I was a clown. I wanted to be this clown. We used to call this thing called ribbon. I used to rib everything moving. That was me. I used to rib anybody in it and everybody moving.
Didn't you tell me?
Get in my way, I'm ribbing you. And don't talk about if I got my dog Isidore on my side. We bluesing.
Wasn't
It's
it something
over.
about a teacher? Didn't you tell me something? You
Yeah,
said
I used
something.
to, I used to have this teacher. Her name was what was her name? I can't think of her. Miss Strickland. Miss Strickland. Miss
Uh-huh.
Strickland. Miss Strickland. I used to just get this little lady the blues, man. I used to give her the blues. And she would call mama, call home on me all the time. But I used to have to pay for that.
Get that tail
And my
whooped
God,
up.